Why does everybody keep saying there are no jobs in Ghana? Hey, where are you looking? Come, let me show you where to look. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining this channel for the first time, I'd like to welcome you officially. My name is Sharonimouks and hope you're well. You can drop your name in the comment section so we can do a bit of hello, hi once in a while. Hope you're good. So, today we're going to be talking about jobs in Ghana, how to get jobs in Ghana. I keep hearing people say, oh, there are no jobs in Ghana. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, darling, you're looking at the wrong place. So here's what I did. Now, this is my own research, okay, not because I went to any websites or anything. I did this research on my own because I wanted to test the job market. Back in Nigeria, I worked in marketing, business development, advocacy, human rights. So I've worked in a lot of places, okay. So I'm like, okay, I can actually just translate the same effort I put in Nigeria into Ghana and test the market out. So as a strategist, and when it comes to business, this was what I did. So I did my first CV, okay, and it looked like this. Yeah, it looked like that, okay. It was just plain. It just stated everything, what I do, stated my objectives, stated most of my responsibilities, and I submitted it. I altered the address to reflect my new address here in Ghana, in Accra. So then I sent it out, okay, through a few job websites, and I never got a call back. Okay, like this CV is like almost 5 years of experience CV. Okay, it was well curated and all, but I never got a call back. I listed all my responsibilities and everything, all the tasks that I did while there and while at this jobs, but I never got a call back. So I decided to try something different. Okay, it is said that if you keep trying one thing over and over again and you do not succeed, it's time to try something different, right? So I decided to try something different. I changed my CV to the CV that has the picture like this. Yeah. So the CV had my picture, a good photo of me that seemed professional. It had a summary, like you can see, a summary of what I've done in my years and who I am. And then it also had my achievements. So I turned the CV to have my achievements. So achievements is listing the things that you accomplished while at the job. For example, okay, if you're into secretarial duties or administration, you sent out 50 emails every day or every week through through your computer at your own discretion. You sent out 50 CVs, to so and so companies in so and so industries every day. That's an achievement. Okay, you helped lower, or you were part of the team that lowered cost and lowered cost and reduced turnover, cost of vendors and reduced turnover, something like that. That's another achievement. Okay, you organized, even if you didn't spearhead it, but you helped coordinate one or two things in the rural community, da 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 da. That's an achievement. So you list all that on your CV, okay? Okay, like this. You put in your professional picture like this, and then you change up your address, okay? Do not put in references. That's so outdated, okay? Do not put in references. And then send. But then what I did was I now did proper research on what job websites have had successes. That's very important because you see, what I discovered while here in Ghana is that a lot of these job websites, coordinate two, three other job websites, but with different names. Okay. So they have like influx of CVs on a daily, and they don't really pay close attention to the ones, you know, diligently, carefully go through the CVs and try to match the jobs. Most of them don't do that because they have like loads of CVs that come in from different websites. So, and most of them, they run a very small staff strength. Okay, they run very and small staffing, team, and it's so there's no due diligence. There's no taking time. There's no putting the effort. There's no taking time to look at the CVs that come in. So that's what I discovered. So there are a few of them that do that. Like I don't want to mention names right now so that I don't I don't get sued for anything. Okay, So you have to do due diligence at the before the end of this video. I'm going to be sharing with you three websites. Okay, I think there are four websites that you can check for legit jobs, and you're going to get a call back. Okay, so this was how I did mine. Okay, when I finished filling the websites, when I finished researching the websites, even I had to even put some calls through. Okay, so you would want to go for the companies that are into that act as agencies, not just a job portal. Okay, that act as agencies, not just a job portal. You want to, take your time and research for those websites that act as job agencies. So they act as recruiters. They get a commission for matching the right kind of employee with the right kind of employer, and they get paid, right? So those are the kind of companies you want to check out for. So another thing I did was still testing the job market in Ghana. Okay, I love research a lot, so still tested the job market in Ghana. The other thing I did was I went to the companies that I was interested in myself. Okay, as a foreigner in Ghana, you need to put the effort because sometimes nothing's gonna come to you because Ghanaians have things they want to do. The taxi driver has things they want to do. So what I did was I chartered a taxi and took him on a drop and went to was about 4 hours of rounds, okay. And I went to these companies, Casapreco, the big companies, Coca-Cola, the insurance companies, a few of others too, okay. So I went there myself, went to the security gate, told them what I was here for, and I was let in. Most of them I gained entrance to see the HR, and I dropped my CV with the HR personally. Okay, not because I didn't leave it at the gate. The mistakes many of you make is you get to these companies and you drop your CV at the gate. Most of those security people, they have a lot on their minds. Most of them, that CV does not get past that gate. Okay, so I have always learned, even back in Nigeria, to take my CV directly to the decision maker. If they're not there, most times I wait. If I can't see anybody, I give it to the receptionist and I ensure I put my name and my number. I'm like, please ensure this gets to who it needs to get to. Okay, the table it needs to get to. That's very important. You need to make that clear because this is your life that that you're talking about, right? Your life is your income is your life, and you need to sort out your life. So that's what I did. I went directly to the companies and submitted my CV. And the interesting part is I got good responses. Let's say, out of 100%, I got about 40%, okay, responses, to my CV. And, meetings were scheduled and all that stuff. So the truth is, I've not got any job yet because my goal for being in Ghana is not to work necessarily. Okay, so this was just a research for me, so I've not pursued that. But at least I'm able to share, from my own experience, what you need to know, right? Yeah, so that's about it. So you need to change up your CV, do up your CV, let it have your image, especially if it's a job that warrants, customer facing and all that stuff. You need to have, your picture there so that they know that okay, you fit the position because most of these jobs have to do with your looks and all that stuff. So unfortunately, yeah. So you have to fit the profile and put on something professional, no no heavy earrings. So I had a little dotted earring I had on, and then my hair was made, and just simple look, okay, nothing too extravagant, something just cool and still, professional and good looking at the same time. So that's what you need to know. So the websites, I'm just gonna get back to it, right? So the websites that you can check, a few of them. The first one I would recommend is My Job Mag Ghana. Okay, My Job Mag Ghana. I think that's it. Yes, they have My Job Mag Nigeria. So My Job Mag Ghana. That's My Job Mag. I think yeah, it's in the description. Yes, My Job Mag Ghana. You can check them out for good jobs. They have steady updates of vacancies. They have steady updates, so you can apply to them. The other one to apply to is XYZ Careers. XYZ Careers is also very good for finding right kind of jobs. And if you're in the finance or accounting sector, you want to check ACCA. Is it ACCA careers now or ACCA jobs? Just give me a moment. Let me be sure about this one. Okay, so jobs in Ghana is another one. That was the one I was trying to remember was ACCA jobs. Okay, that's for accountants and people in the finance, sector. Then Grab Jobs is okay as well. Then LinkedIn Jobs. Okay, if you're not on LinkedIn, you want to turn that up, not so that you're going to make friends or whatever, but so that when the job alerts come, you're able to immediately, apply and get notifications, right? So that's about it. So you actually get a job in Ghana, you just need to know how to go about it. Many people do not know how to go about it, and that's usually the problem. So they blame it on that there are no jobs in Ghana, but there are jobs in Ghana for foreigners. And most importantly, I need to tell you this, okay? So this was my experience when I went to meet the HR, of these companies, that are these big companies. The question was, do you have a Ghana card or the non, Ghana card? That card is so important for foreigners and Ghanaians as well. Today, if you need to get a job, everything in Ghana right now, which is one of the biggest, which is going to be one of the biggest economies in Africa, is targeted at, identifying and knowing the people in their economy, the people they are catering for. So most jobs now, you have to have a Ghana card, okay, or the non-Ghana card. For foreigners, you need to have that Ghana card. Like I told you, the Ghana card is going for $120. It's a bit high, I have to be honest with you. $120, that's a lot of money with, the recession and, in terms of the Forex FX, right? So it's a bit high, but that's the price for that card. Okay, so the non Ghanaian card is $120 renewable at $60, okay, annually. So where you can get it is at the CAC, the CAC Bank. That's the CAC Bank. It's called the CAC Bank. It's in there's one in Dzowolu. There's one in Dansuma as well. So you can just walk right to the bank and get the form, pay for it, fill it. So you take the card that you bought, you take it, you fill it, and then you submit it at the commission in charge of, citizens and foreigners who come into. Is also, I think the commission is also in charge of, getting your residence permit and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to leave the link in the description below for you guys to, to have a look. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Like I said, you need to have that card because it gives you access to your SNET number. That's almost like a social security number. Okay, it gives you access to that, and then it also gives you access to, bank opening the bank account, and just so the government knows who you are and what you are about. So most companies that are big and are successful will definitely ask you for the Ghana card. So you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for that. Yes, you need to prepare for that. Anyway, so I think that's about it. I hope this video was helpful. So change up your CV to the format that works for Ghana, especially for foreigners. You need to have your picture up and in the website on the CV, and you need to do even an impressive cover letter. But most times when you're submitting your CV to the company directly, you don't need to put a cover letter. But if you're submitting online, you need to put a cover letter. I also said that you need to contact, the agencies themselves, the recruitment agencies themselves. They're into human capital, so you need to contact them, yourself, and tell them who you are and that you submitted your CV and you want them to look for a job for you. So that's a way to go about it. Or you go directly to the companies and apply, or you look for these other websites that can, offer, those that have updated vacancies. That's very important. Okay, I hope this video was helpful to you. I'll see you on the flip side. Tell me how it goes. I hope you're able to land a good job in Ghana. Thank you. Do subscribe. Ciao, ciao.